guys, welcome to my channel. This is Jessie. This is an immersive English learning channel. Let's practice IELTS speaking English with me. Let's go. So for my video, I'm gonna talk about part 2 and part 3 of IELTS speaking exam. And for part 2, I'm gonna give you one example. And you can also find the script underneath. For the part 3, usually part 3 determines whether we can get a higher score or not. Although the examiner would give us no more than 5 minutes to answer 3 to 5 questions. I will give you one example about how to answer part 3, and I will try to extend my answer as much as I can, so as to give you more thoughts about how to answer part 3 for IELTS speaking exam. Okay, let's go. For part 2, the topic is describe a time you made a complaint about something and you were pleased with the result. Well, the first thing leap to my mind here is that I made a complaint to a hotel group several years ago. And I made this complaint to the client representative who just responded to me. Well, several years ago, my friend and I decided to go for a vacation during spring break, to Cancun, Mexico, which was a city near the Caribbean Sea. Well, it was such a great season, to go for a trip near the Caribbean Sea because there were a lot of promotion provided by those hotel groups. For example, there was a hotel group give us this kind of a Caribbean vacation package that you buy 5 nights, get 1 night free. And also you can use the hotel points from your account to change for rooms. And they also give you a great offer that you can spend money to buy those points at 40% discount. In total, combine all those promotions together, we can spend no more than $100, not including tax, to spend 1 night in those Vacant star-rated hotels. Well, in another season, I have to spend more than $200 to live in there per night. So it was such a good bargain. And my friend and I decided, to buy some points from the hotel's website. In addition, I also had some points on the balance in my account as I earned previously. And in total, we can change for 5 nights and get 1 night free for the standard 2-bedrooms. After buying the points, the website said that the points will come to my account in 3 working days. 1 week later, I checked my account. Those points did not count to my account. I thought it was quite weird, thus I decided to make a phone call. A lady answered my call and he said sorry immediately, and she said that she will try to fix the problem as soon as possible. Well, 1 week later, I checked my account again. The account was not changed. I decided to make another call. So what I got was the same apology, the same promise, and the same impatience. And I was a little bit worried, and I expect them to give me the expected time to solve the problem. They say that probably 1 week, but their words was a little bit uncertain. 1 week later, I checked my account. My account did not change. So I made another call to them. The same apology, the same promise. But this time I expressed my concern because I checked the website. There were only a few rooms, for the period I want to go for a trip. And we cannot change the time because I already bought the air tickets. The spring break was a pretty short period of time. So we cannot change the time anyway. So I told them my concern that even if the points eventually come to my account later, if I cannot use those points to change for rooms, those points will become futile. Anyway, they say that understand my situation and that they will figure out the ways, solve my problem. But anyway, 3 days later, I checked the website. There was no vacant room for the period we want to go for the trip. And the points still did not count to my account. I was quite furious. Well, I knew that, somehow making a phone call is useless. Instead, I decided to write a complaint email to them. I just described my situation here and describe what I have experienced during this process. I didn't expect them to, to respond me given their, previous behavior. But to my surprise, in the same day, a lady called me back. She said that she was in charge of client service department, and she said that she will try to figure out what was happening, and she will respond in me in 24 hours to solve my problem. And she expressed sincere apology to their negligence. And she promised me that even though there was no vacant room, but she would give us a chance to upgrade our standard room to the suite. So in this way, we can still use the points, to change for a room during the period time we want to go for the trip. This time, I just feel a little bit different because her voice was more confirmative. To my surprise, I received email. It said that the points come to my account a few hours later. And I also received a coupon which I can use it to upgrade my room. Anyway, the problem solved, and the trip was pretty good. The hotel was nice. Well, even though I have experienced some ups and downs, ups and flaws, in the process of complaining, getting my points, something like that. But anyway, the result was pretty good, and I had really amazing trip. So there is nothing for me to complain about. However, after you experience such annoying complaint process, I just feel like a little bit tired about everything. And I also feel if I did not write this complaint letter, to them, probably my problem will not be solved. Or if it was not this lady, to just help me solve all the problems, probably my concern, my situation will not be well treated by them eventually. I have this kind of a lingering fear after everything happened. Probably if you ask me whether I still, choose this hotel group, probably I will say no. Somehow, those hotel groups cut back on their customer service, the expenditure so as to reduce their overall cost. But eventually they have to spend more money on their after-sales services, or they have a way more negative impact on their overall reputation. Anyway, this is my takeaway and my story. That's all. Thank you. For part 3, the question is, do you like to make a complaint? Actually, I think it depends. On the one hand, well, I will definitely make a complaint if I feel that I was wronged, I was maltreated, I was treated unfairly by somebody, or I spent money but I did not get what I deserve. Well, for example, in shopping mall, those snobbish salesmen or saleswomen maltreated me because I just spent less money than they expected on the things, and somehow they rolling eyes against me, or they keep me waiting in line, for something, even though they were idle or something like that. Or somehow, I live in a hotel, and the next room keep, making a super loud noises, such like having a party after midnight, which just kept me awake for the whole night. I had to complain about that, right? Or sometime in a hotel, I have already booked a massage, but at the designated appointed day, arrived at the massage center, they told me that my appointment was cancelled, and they cannot give me a reason why they cancelled. Definitely I will complain about that. And sometimes I made an order online, and the tracking number said that my parcel was arrived. However, so I want to go outside to pick up, I just found that my parcel was missing. I had to complain to just get what I deserve, to voice, so for my rights or something like that. You see, I'm not vengeful. I'm just doing something, to speak out for myself, to get what I deserve. I don't want to be the pushover. I feel like somebody don't treat me well, I have to do something, to fight back. Especially in those service industry, somehow you don't show this kind of attitude that I will definitely stick to my principle. Cannot get whatever you want, or somehow you will be treated unfairly sometimes. That is how I feel about this. On the other hand, a little bit of a give and take would be also very necessary as well. For example, the takeaway delivery man deliver their products a little bit late, I will not definitely make a complaint to those delivery platform, delivery apps, because I knew that if I made a complaint, delivery apps will give them a huge penalty, and the penalty would even offset all their hard working for that whole day. So somehow I just feel like a little bit of give and take is definitely necessary for them. And sometimes, when you work on the street, the cleaners may splatter waters on you by accident. I think it's not a big deal because, somehow it is quite scorching outside. They are just doing their duties. They're already tired, they have this kind of strenuous work. I don't need to complain about that. I think it's not necessary, to spreading this kind of negative energy around them. They have already been such hardworking people, so I don't need to make them unhappy. I knew that they are not doing those things on purpose. Or for example, somehow, those waiters or waitresses in restaurants were quite busy, to serve you water. Usually I would try to help by myself because I knew that somehow, they were up to their necks and they have this, a small amount of wage. They don't earn much. They don't even get a lot of time, deal with every customer's needs. So somehow, as long as I can do it by myself, I think it's not a big deal, to just, bother them and doing some extra works. So you see that people can make mistakes. I think it is understandable. As long as they are not doing this on purpose, they just having trouble, doing something. I think that I can just give them a little bit more understanding and compromise. And this will make the world more beautiful. Okay, this is my answer. Thank you. Okay, this is the end of my video. If you like my video, please thumb up. If you have any comments or questions, you are really welcome to leave a message. If you want to get to know about IELTS speaking exam, don't hesitate to subscribe me and ring bell. You will never miss my updates. Okay, thank you. Bye.